Love is in the air, but so is the clash of metal as we head to this team 3-on-3 Beyblade X events hosted by the guys over at Beyblade X London. This event took place in Tottenham in a really nice spacious venue, but the format was the thing I loved. 3 players, 1 blade each, a true anime experience. Let's go over the rules and then I'll show you all the footage from the day. So with this format you have 3 bladers, you have 1 Beyblade per person, and each of you get to choose a stadium which you're going to play in. 1 has to choose Hasbro, 1 has to choose TT, and 1 has to choose the double extreme. My daughter is very good in the double extreme. She's previously won a tournament in double extreme, so she chose that one. I tend to be a lot better in TT as there's a lot more space. My partner MX Blader went with the Hasbro as it's a bit smaller than TT. It's a bit more random, so for a first time this is probably a bit better for her. And the way this tournament works is all 3 of you play your matches at the same time. At the end of all the matches, the points that you scored get added up, and whichever team had the highest points were the winners of that round. So it's a real team game. You've all got to try and get points up on the board and get a high score in total at the end. For the combos today, I am running a Cobalt Dragoon on a 560 Elevate, pretty meta build. My daughter Tama Blader is going for the Nightmail 960 Ball combo, as that is what done so well for her when she previously won a tournament in double extreme. And my partner did not know what to use, so I gave her a Wizard Rod on a 360 Hexa, as I thought that was a nice, easy, safe bet. And if you want to get your hands on any of these combos, Dragoon, Nightmail or Wizard Rod, even things like Whale Wave to get that Elevate part, check out Mall of Toys and use the discount code Beymac and you get 5% off. And there's free shipping within the US, so why wouldn't you? So check out Mall of Toys. I'll leave a link in the description and use that coupon code Beymac for 5% off. So the first game I am up against the team Razor X against one of the competitors, Blue, who I don't think I've ever faced before, but he's always at a lot of tournaments and does really well. So this is a Dragoon mirror match. I believe we are both on a 560 Elevate. I've got the black Dragoon obviously, and Blue has the standard Cobalt Dragoon. So these mirror matches, if there's no burst early, they tend to be quite long matches, but I take the first one and then he straight away hits me with an extreme, so not the greatest of starts to this match. This one we launched again and I had a pretty good launch. I got it up in that top corner and hung out there a little bit, so hopefully saved a bit of stamina while the other Dragoon was flying about the stadium. These matches are up to 7 points, which is awesome. Way better than 4 points. I tend to find 4 points can be a bit random sometimes, but 7 tends to show where the quality is. And this one I outspin, so 3-2, bringing it back. Another good launch from Blue, pretty much hitting me as I land, stopping any stalling up in that corner, but I hit a nice extreme and I've pulled back in front. And again I get an extreme, so a quick match, but 7-3, I got 7 points on the board. And as my match was quite quick, I recorded some of my daughter's matches. We actually lost this one 17-15 overall, didn't go so great for the other guys. And next up we are against Team Neon Star, up against Cookie Sophie. So if you saw my Nationals games, then you would have saw I lost 4-0 to Sophie in the Nationals. This time I get a great start. It's 2-0 up, so good start. Sophie's running Tyranno Beat. I will be honest, I'm not sure what build she's running it on, but Tyranno Beat is a really tough opponent, especially with Dragoon. I seem to find Tyranno Beat's one of the worst attackers for Dragoon to go against, but 3-0 up this time. Got the spin finish. Nearly got pocketed, but then I pocket Tyranno beat, and it's 5-0, going really well. And then I get another pocket, so 7-0, crazy match. We done really well with 17-11 win this time. Both my partner and daughter doing really well. And then we are up against Dragon Ball Blader Z. I think this match is against Pokikage, who is an awesome blader, and it's against Tyranno beat, and he starts really well and gets the extreme finish on my Dragoon. So not a great start for me, but I do pull it back a bit and get a pocket, so 3-2, not too bad. And my elevate burst, I'll be honest, it did not burst very much that day, but it did in this match. So 5-2, and I get pocketed. So a quick match. I didn't do very well in this round, but my partner and my daughter carried me this round because we still got the win. It's 3-0 in this tournament. And then we move on to Alter Ego, who are also 3-0 at this point. I get a real lucky start. This Shark Edge glanced me and then went straight into the extreme, so real nice start for me. But then I do get burst. That's always the issue with Dragoon. It runs the risk of bursting on Elevate, but it definitely makes up for it with the amount of points that it usually gets. So it's definitely worth the risk of bursting. And an easy spin finish at this point. And then it is a double pocket, but the judge said that I got knocked into the pocket first, so it's 4-4 at this point. This time I knock him into the extreme, but he jumps out, but I did manage to get a pocket on him in the end, so 6-4.
I actually flicked off my slip grip, but it might be enough. Come on. Stop it.
And a nice spin finish to finish it off. So we do end up winning that match by quite a bit, 21-10. So a nice decent win. My daughter and partner again smashing it and getting loads of points up on the board. Wizard Rod has been pretty good on that Hexa bit for my partner. It's pretty consistent. I personally run Hexa on Rod. Yeah, it's just solid, especially in Hasbro. It just holds the stadium really well. And the last game of the group stages that before the finals is determined, we're up against Team RGB. I'm up against Golden Burrito, who is literally one of the hardest launchers I've ever been against. He's got some crazy launch technique, but it's really hard and really fast. I knew I was going to struggle in this match because I don't usually like to pull Dragoon at 100%. I usually run it at about 80, but you'll see after the first few rounds in this match that I had to change tactic and I had to launch a lot harder and also aim to hit him as soon as he landed so that I could try and off balance his Hexa, because he outspun Hexa to elevate. He's just got a crazy launch, so you'll see through this match that things change up. Dragoon managing to destabilize. And I pull a point back. but he gets to the extreme. I'm 4-1 down. It's not looking good, but I don't know if you can see it at this angle, but I actually changed my launch angle and I am pulling it backwards. It's just something that I tend to do if I want to try and snipe them into the corner a bit. Obviously not mid-air, but try and launch and hit them straight away, but also get a lot of power out of it.
This one's actually going to be close. Yeah, I agree. I think.
But still, he outspins me. It's 5-1. I've got to launch it a lot harder. Need a bit of luck on my side for this. And I managed to get it. A beautiful pocket. I pulled it hard. It didn't go wild. It was exactly what I needed from it. Again, trying to hit him out of that top corner. Managed to get some big hits, nearly extremes.
That's what destabilizes me. You're getting faster. I feel like it burns your stamina a bit more. It does a bit, but I mean, I don't know.
And finally I managed to outspin him. Tough game. Again, try and knock him at that corner, and it worked out this time. I managed to pocket him before he pocketed me. Nearly a pocket that time, nearly an extreme. Managed to get Hexa moving a bit wild to burn some of that stamina.
No, I ripped it pretty hard, maybe. No, I might get that. I ripped it pretty hard.
But yeah, Cobalt Dragoon takes the spin finish. Tough game. He had me on thinking on my feet. I had to change up a few times. And we are into the final, and it's the battle of the Baytubers. This is actually the team for Beyblade X Labs. If you haven't seen them already, they do awesome content. But we are two Baytubing channels up against each other. This time I'm up against Jack, and he is running Wizard Rod on point, which has done really well for him, and it's really surprising how much stamina Wizard Rod has got on point. Really impressed with that combo, because I rarely ever see it, so it's cool to go up against. You can see it outspun and elevate just then, so done really well. Some big hits in this round. Dragoon just getting that last little bit of spin like it usually does. And again, it outspins me. Really surprised at how much stamina Wizard Rod on point actually has. So, pulled a bit harder, trying to keep it under control, because you know with Elevate, if you don't launch correctly, it will fly around that stadium. So You got to find that right balance with Cobalt Dragoon on Elevate. But I get the spin now, and it's 2-2, so we're neck and neck, both out spinning. Some big old hits in this round, and he burst me a big smash. 4-2 to Beyblade X Labs at this point. I launched this one a bit wild, and then my memory ran out on my phone, so apologies for that. I quickly ran and got my partner's phone just to set it back up. It did miss some of the matches, but we hopped back in. It's 6-5 to me. I can't really remember what happened, but I pulled it back in the end.
3, 2, 1, go shoot.
And then I made it 6-6. I self-extremed.
3, 2, 1.
So down to the last round, 6-6. My elevate's moving a bit wild at this point, so it's not looking overly hopeful. Lots of tilting from Dragoon. Didn't think I would have this one, to be honest. But you can never count Dragoon out, and we are going through to the finals. So up against Team Prominence, up against Harry, who has been doing really well in the local circuit, winning a lot of competitions lately, so a tough matchup. And you'll see it's Black Dragoon versus Black Dragoon. Harry was running a 960, I was on 560. We both had the same elevate bit, so it's quite tough to see whose bay is whose, but I've got the white ratchet if you manage to see that at any point. These Dragoon mirror matches, as I said before, they can take a bit of time if you don't burst or extreme. But Harry takes the first match. Some big hits, wild movements in the second one. They were literally just floating around the stadium. It was really cool to see, to be honest. But I take the second one, so 1-1. Both of us have pretty controlled launches with Dragoon. I get a nice pocket, 3-1 up, looking good. These Dragoons just dancing around each other. And then Harry takes that one, so back to 3-2.
2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot.
And then it's my turn to go wild, and I get pocketed, so 5-4, close matchup. I get an extreme to finish the match. So I've won my game 7-4. Tama Blader, my daughter, lost her match 7-4, and it all rides on my partner, who is new to Beyblade, never played a tournament. She's in a match, it's 6-6. She just has to win this final point and we win, or if they win this final point then they win. One of the most tense finals I've ever seen. You can see all of Team Prominence crowded around the other side. Team Bay Hero 6 is crowded around this side. Both of the rods are tilting and they just get the spin finish.
Beyblade X Lab. Second place is Bay Hero 6.
It's upside down.
Alright, thank you everyone for coming. I hope you had a good time. If you have feedback, again, we're always open to it, so leave a message in Discord, WhatsApp, anywhere. And yeah, thank you. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Oh, pictures! So can we get just...
Well, that's the end of the video. We came second, which is pretty decent. Bear in mind, my partner doesn't play Beyblade. She occasionally plays with me and my daughter every now and then, but she is definitely not well practiced. This was her first ever tournament and she definitely racked up some points for us. Personally, for me, 6 wins out of 7, which was really decent. And my daughter just smashed it on that double extreme. She's won a tournament on double extreme before. That night mail ball combo, it just works in double extreme. But yeah, awesome day. Shout out to the guys over at Beyblade X London. They host really cool events. Go check them out on Instagram, or you can find their events on the WBO. But yeah, awesome event. If you guys want to keep watching my tournament videos, make sure to like and subscribe. I've got some tournaments coming up, so that should be interesting. And I'm on my way to 2,000 subs, which is crazy. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe. I'm coming back with 2 videos a week, trying to keep it consistent. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next one, guys.